Hello everyone, this is Ron again with Strangely Normal, and today I'm taking a look at a game that tried to be innovative in its day, but tried to do a lot with things like immersion and also first-person melee. That game is Breakdown, done by Namco in 2003. This was released for the Xbox exclusively. Now, I played this game when it came out, and I actually beat it. I wound up enjoying it quite a lot. Really enjoyed how the combat actually wound up working. You basically go all like Street Fighter on guys. And to go back to the immersion, one of the big things about this game was that everything that happens while you're playing the game is from your character's first-person perspective. And that is really neat when you start doing things like backflips and rolls and stuff. But we're watching this opening crawl. This just kind of sets up the start of the game.
Move it, soldier.
I'm actually, when I get into it here, I am going to be doing something that actually, I'm going to be loading up a save that is a little bit further in, right about when the game starts to shift to having a melee focus. So we'll get into this here. Here's the title screen. And this part of the game I'm at, and then I'm in this part where this place is completely on fire. I just want to try and kind of show off some of the fighting mechanics a little bit. The controls in this game can be a little bit wonky at times, especially when it comes to targeting enemies. And because of the whole immersion thing, you have to do button press. Like to open that door, I actually had to press 2 buttons, and that actually works fairly well. I'll avoid that. That damages me. Oops. Okay. And then those people are, of course, on fire. Let them do what they're gonna do. And then there is some guns in this game, but you get to a point very early on in the game where you start fighting enemies who are immune to guns, as we're gonna be seeing here shortly. I was playing this earlier. If I go in there, it eventually starts saying, I eventually start coughing because it's way too smoky. I go over here, and I do believe there's an enemy over here. Yeah, this guy. See, if I shoot him, nothing happens. Okay, I need to get my guard up here. That was my bad. But anyway, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna redo that and just show you guys a little bit what it's like when you don't deliberately act dumb. I'm going to actually get into a melee fight with this guy, and we're going to see what this game can do. Most of the fighting controls are actually handled with the left and right triggers on the Xbox controller, and then to do specific moves, you actually have to do a location on the D-pad, a direction on the D-pad on the analog stick, coupled with a trigger. It's a little bit awkward at first, but once you get the hang of it, it actually starts to work pretty well. Those guys are gonna do their thing. I'm gonna go down here, duke it out with this guy. Yeah, see, this game is like full of crap like that. I just uppercutted that guy across the room. Ugh, see, and then they can do the same to you. Yeah, early on in the game, the enemies tend to be a little bit ridiculous just because the amount of damage they deal you and how much they take to bring down is just a little bit ridiculous. And at the stage in the game where you're still adjusting to the fact that this game does indeed play differently than a lot of other first-person games at the time, it's a little bit too hard. There are some sequences before this where you have to run from these guys, and the game doesn't exactly tell you that very well, except in this first encounter. And then you see a bunch of them, and they just chase you down and like kill you in like 2 hits. And it actually gets a little bit irritating. But let's see, I should be able to bring this guy down. And then with that, it's like literally, you'll get knocked down, and then before you even have a real chance to recover, they will. There, got that guy finally. I think this heals you. Yes, it does. Let me see. This is about where I stopped when I was playing it. I'm not sure if I need to jump over. I need to jump. Yeah, I just jumped over it there. Dealing with multiple enemies in this game can sometimes be difficult because they will totally just gang up on you, and it can be rather difficult to deal with them. I'm probably not doing a very good job making this game look very fun, considering how often I'm dying and having to repeat the same segment. But I haven't played this game in a while, and I just started messing around with it again recently for purposes of doing this, and it does take some adjusting to. And it's sometimes the controls are not the most precise, but I did actually do a couple combos there. So you're gonna to help bring him down, and you start doing even more crazy combos like 3 and 4 hit combos. And you can also do this. I'm gonna do a backflip here. That's a backflip done in complete first person. It can be useful, but it is also sometimes a little bit difficult. I don't think I can avoid those guys. 2 of them at once. I do not particularly like that. What are they doing? Usually the trick is blocking and then counterattacking against multiple enemies. Yeah. See, against multiple enemies, especially when it's early on in the game, it's really a pain because because the enemies are not bound by the same limitations that you are in terms of how they fight, and oftentimes they'll do moves, and I put that in quote, as in they'll take a half step towards you and it'll damage you and knock you on the ground, and it's going to probably make this very, very annoying and problematic. But let's see if there's any way where I can possibly maybe kill one of them very quickly and then focus on the second one. If it doesn't go too well, I'm not going to drag it out too long here. for a lot of enemies, the trick is either get them on the ground and then run over and pummel them, or hit them with a flurry of blows as quickly as you can. In fact, that combo used to be kind of one of my staples when I played this game because it was very easy to do and fairly powerful. Heal myself. I'm gonna try that on these guys here. You see, that's one thing I don't like. I actually didn't even get a chance to recover before that guy attacked me. I literally got attacked the moment I got up. So in a matter of seconds, my health is almost depleted, and there really wasn't too much I could do about that. That is one thing that does get aggravating. I'll try this once, maybe twice more, and then if it doesn't go so well, I think I might just call it off for this episode. Yeah, there was a guy calling for help. I think I actually crushed him. Okay, let's see here. That was my fault. I should have blocked that. Sometimes with some enemies, you've got to just sort of get in there and really pummel them. The other two guys, I didn't really do that because, let's see here. There's another path over here that I went earlier. But I didn't crawl through it because, he started, like, coughing and stuff. Oh. That's why I haven't come up with a real reason why I can't. They just... Yeah. Probably gonna die again. Right, I'm just gonna try avoiding these guys if at all possible. And those enemies, they're like immune to any sort of like guns or anything. Nope, I have to deal. I have to get either defeat them. Now, see, that one was a bit of a pain because I actually put my guard up. Cornered there. Okay, I will give this one more go. If it doesn't work out too well, I will probably end it. Okay, let's do that. Funny thing is I actually beat this game. I have no recollection as to how, but Later on, it gets pretty cool. You actually do some really cool things. You eventually you get more powers and stuff. Once again, I didn't even get a chance to recover before that guy just completely annihilated me. Probably not gonna make it on this next attempt here. I'll heal up a little bit. And then probably end it. And I am also playing this on a little bit of higher difficulty, which may be why, but I could have sworn I beat it on this difficulty when it came out. And I clearly nailed him right in the face with that uppercut, but the game conveniently... And then that guy got me from behind. Okay, actually, you know what? I think I'll give it one more go, because I think I was actually getting somewhere. If that first guy hadn't messed me up so badly, I might have actually done it. I'm gonna probably gonna try to do a lot of uppercuts, because those seem to actually be effective. One thing that can be annoying about the controls is the button to do my guard is actually, I have to click the left analog. And when you have to do it for an extended period of time, it really gets to you. Okay, we'll deal with this guy. Get him on the ground and unleash a couple high-powered moves, you can actually generally defeat them pretty handily. But when you have more than one enemy, it becomes very difficult to do that. Okay, let's try this one more time here. And even though my punch went straight through him, it certainly had no problem hitting me. I don't think I'm gonna do this. Because anytime I get an opening, the other guy just nails me. Alright, I'm gonna quit this actually. Sure, I'll save and quit. I may come back to this. But that is Breakdown. It's actually not that bad of a game. I just haven't really taken the time to learn its controls, which are complex. And fighting more than one enemy can be a little bit difficult. However, if you take the time to actually learn it and get the hang of it, it is a lot of fun. And you know, it's really cool when later on you're doing like combos and stuff on these really big guys and just like kicking the crap out of them. But anyway, that's Breakdown. If you get the chance, I would suggest probably checking it out. Maybe trying it on an easier difficulty. I was playing that on a higher one, and that might be part of the reason why I got my ass handed to me there. But I'll definitely check it out. Just some of the things it tries to do with immersion, and I know that word gets tossed around a lot, but this game kind of really went for it. and in my opinion, I felt it paid off. The storyline gets a little bit strange later on, especially like gets into all this like time travel stuff, but it does come together pretty well and actually ends kind of neatly. So, yep. I will, um, have the usual there, Facebook, Twitter, email, all that stuff. If you like it, comment on it. Any suggestions, always more than welcome. All right. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see all of you next week.